Yo, JPU, Jamaica politics uncovered. This one for the queen of truth, Natalie. Natalie, you are one of the best. No test, JPU channel, pass the truth quest. Them are right facts, you tear down the wall. Bringing info to the people, big up for all. From parliament floor to country lane, JPU show the game. No stain. We love you, Natalie. Best YouTube channel, JPU, one fast. Check JPU, one true, check to deliver for you. Come check the channel, people them voice. Watch how you dissect the political scene. Clean information, no in between. We salute your hustle, your passion, your might. JPU shining light on the darkest night. Don't make them distract you, stay firm and true. You all of Jamaica, big up you, we love you. Best YouTube channel, JPU, one fast. Check JPU, one true, check who deliver for you. Come check the channel, people them voice.
Beats in my sin, horns echo.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode. Guys, how are you doing? Hope everybody's doing fine. I've got a very interesting news story for you and a little more. What time now? 9 o'clock where you are in Jamaica. 10 o'clock in the US. Where's the moderator? Good night, moderator. Welcome back. Welcome back. Why? We have such a good moderator over here, guys. I have to say. Always here, always on time, always consistent. I love that. Big up, moderator. Big up, Miss Joanne and everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, guys, make we talk about what's going on. According to the World Bank said the Caribbean is outpacing other countries. Remember, I did a video upload a couple of days ago saying that, Jamaica is leading. When I look at what is going on in different parts of the world, I will look at the Caribbean. Well, I was really paying attention to Jamaica, but now, the World Bank is saying it's the Caribbean that's doing quite well. World Bank says Caribbean economies outpaced economies in Central America. This is huge. Remember I told you guys what's happening over there in France? French Prime Minister resigned after naming his cabinet, and France is dealing with a very serious case of debt. Serious economic problem over there. You also have these countries who are at war. Their economy is unstable. Their politics unstable. We have the US, shaky same way. The US and Canada met yesterday in Washington. We also have the instability, as I said, in Venezuela. And since that, may I hear say, a Grenada, the opposition in a Grenada, I think of the opposition leader, him supposed to get extradited to the US for something. Me not even get to really look on the story to that, but somebody brought the news to me. Moderator, have you heard about it? But in this story about Jamaica and the Caribbean outpacing, other countries in the world, outpacing Central America, there's also some constructive criticism, which I think we all need to pay attention to and we need to hear. Good night, Marva. Good night, everybody. Guys, please to hit the like button for me and share the live before we get started. And I have a request of the government of Jamaica. I've mentioned this before, and I'm saying it again. I'll say it after I'm finished enlightening you guys about what is going on. Mr. Warmington, if you are watch tonight, good night. Good night, Mr. Warmington. Guys, wanna invite Mr. Warmington over here now? Make Mr. Warmington know Sam can come over here, come tune in. He can be a silent listener, but it would be nice if, he would stop by here sometime. That would be nice, right? Yeah. So, according to the World Bank, they're saying that Latin America, where is it? See it here. They're saying that Latin America and the Caribbean can break its low growth cycle by harnessing entrepreneurship to create jobs, boost productivity, and accelerate innovation. We all know that in spite of, you know, our successes, we still have a low growth problem, and in some cases a low wage problem. In the latest publication, the financial institution said that constraints by stubborn inflation, rising debt, weak investment, and ongoing global uncertainty, the forecast is for the region to grow by 2.3% in 2025 and 2.5% in 2026, the slowest among global regions. Quote, governments in the region have steered their economies Governments in the region, sorry, have steered their economies through repeated shocks while preserving stability. This is according to Susan, the lady who is the vice president for Latin America and the Caribbean at the World Bank. Quote, now is the time to continue building on that foundation, accelerating reforms to improve the business climate, invest in enabling infrastructure, and mobilize private capital. According to the publication titled Latin America and the Caribbean Economic Review, Transformational Entrepreneurship for Jobs and Growth, the external environment remains challenging, with falling global demand and commodity prices projected to drop around 10% in 2025 and another 5% in 2026, hurting key sectors. It said trade policy uncertainty also threatens market access and nearshoring. Domestically, inflation persists and public debt is high. This is not the case for all the countries, every single country in the region, guys, because we know Jamaica's situation. But there are things that Jamaica can take, right, from this constructive criticism or this constructive advice, I should say. So it says domestically, inflation persists and public debt is high, with the debt to GDP ratio rising to 63.8% in 2024 from 59.9% in 2019. Slower monetary easing in advanced economies is keeping debt servicing costs high and credit expensive. We know what just went on with Jamaica's credit. We just had a credit rating improvement, further dampening investment, job creation, and productivity growth. Against this backdrop, the report calls for domestic reforms to attract investment and promote transformational entrepreneurship. High growth firms that diffuse technology, create jobs, and raise productivity. Quote, the entrepreneur is the critical actor in development, identifying opportunities, innovating, and taking risk needed to create value added and jobs. Creating more dynamic economies in Latin America and the Caribbean will require strengthening our pipeline of entrepreneurial talent while undertaking the systematic reforms necessary for them to thrive. Although support from entrepreneurship is strong, the World Bank said most firms in the region are micro or small business with limited paths to scale, accounting for up to 70% of of enterprises in some countries. It said a smaller group of transformational firms could drive productivity and innovation, but face familiar obstacles: scarce financing, heavy regulations, skills gap, and weak infrastructure. To stimulate private sector led growth and jobs, the report proposes a 3-point agenda. It said the region needs to invest in human capital, which is critical to job creation. They're suggesting strengthening education quality at all levels and expand man, um, managing support to grow the pipeline of capable entrepreneurs. Scale up short cycle training, align workforce programs with private sector needs, and update labor regulations to protect workers and support business growth. The report also calls for supporting policy and regulation reforms that establish a business friendly environment, eliminate um, distortionary subsidies, reform taxes to boost investment, and invest in logistics, energy, and digital infrastructure to lower entry barriers. There's also a need to expand access to finance, including private investment, with the report noting that over a quarter of firms face credit constraints, about twice the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development rate. They're suggesting strengthening the risk sharing, streamline dispute resolution, and modernize bankruptcy laws to improve capital allocation and protect creditors and entrepreneurs. It notes that with the right reforms, Latin America and the Caribbean can foster entrepreneurship to fuel innovation, expand opportunities, and build more dynamic, competitive economies. Guys, when you really look at how Jamaica, for example, handled the pandemic compared to a lot of these other countries, and to this day, I hear people asking how come a country like Jamaica could have handled the situation so well compared to bigger countries with more resources, so-called first world countries. So it is true that Jamaica and the Caribbean steer their country through, not just their country, but their economies through repeated shocks and preserving their stability. That is a huge deal. But still, we have this problem of low growth and low wages, and we're really going to have to step it up this time around. I'm talking about Jamaica. I don't really know, what other countries are planning to do and things like that, but we have a foundation, that we can build on. And actually, the Prime Minister of Jamaica started alluded to that after the election, that the foundation has been laid. We are stable. We have a plan to now build on it. So that is what we're looking forward to, moving ahead. Moving on, guys. Breaking news. Uno never know, say, Paul Buchanan gone back a courthouse gonna file court action after he was rejected by the constituted authority. Him still want to unseat the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Yeah, believe it or not, that is what Paul Buchanan is doing, guys. What can go so? Good night, everybody in the chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Make sure that you are hitting up the like button, guys, and you're sharing the live with somebody. If me never did see this published in the Gleaner, I would have believed it's a lie. Something not right. In him heart, him still believes him win. Or he was cheated. This is terrible. But hey, if he's got the time to waste, go right ahead. You know? Rest of Jamaica not no time. Guys, I wanna say this to the government of Jamaica. I posted it on social media earlier, but I am gonna say it on the program here. I would really and truly like for the government of Jamaica. I don't know how them would do it. I don't know if that take a referendum or if them could bring it to the parliament. I don't know. But I would really and truly like for the government of Jamaica to throw away the Beach Control Act of 1956. I want to know if you guys agree with that because England doesn't own here. I don't care what them fine print want to say. England does not own Jamaica. We're supposed to be an independent country. We were not independent in 1956. Right now we're independent and it's full time. It's high time that Jamaica get rid of this Beach Control Act. It's time for Jamaicans to own their own beaches. Straight up. We shouldn't be holding on to something like this. I mean, if we come out here and say, we're about the people and we're about development and, charting our own course and, um, constitutional reform and them something there. Come on, put this on the table. Make we see how the opposition will vote on this Beach Control Act. Like, seriously. There have been people out there advocating for this law to be thrown out for years. And we have played a blind eye to it. And I think it's time that we face it and deal with it. Not no hard in it. Put it on the table, vote on it, and make we see where the 63 members of parliament's hearts are. Not one vote should go against it, doing away with the Beach Control Act. Not one vote. Maybe it's true we have these antiquated laws where the British them put in. Maybe that's why certain people are going to in our country like we not belong, we not supposed to there, like them want to come and take over and colonize again. Come on, go through the laws there. Anything where England put there for oppress and suppress black people, get rid of it. We're expecting that. And without delay too. It's full time now. Guys, make sure that you're hitting the like button for me, please. So, it is good to hear that the World Bank says, the Caribbean economies outpace economies in Central America. I now rejoice and I say, boy, I don't want anything to happen to any other country, but I have to big up Jamaica. So yesterday, the opposition, where I try to bring down Jamaica from when, no, say it now work. And Jamaica alone, the whole Caribbean, outpacing. I pray for Jamaica fail. Go America about. I call down bad press on Jamaica. But Jamaica is continuously, and I would, if I dare to say Jamaica, is probably the leader of the Caribbean region in many ways. But we continue to excel. How about that? Meanwhile, guys, the government is to establish an institute for cultural practitioners and creatives, and I think this is an excellent move because Jamaica has, I would say, the most creative people in the world. Am I biased? Me no know, but the Jamaica where me know and our people and what I see, Jamaica has the most creative people in the world. So why not? This is wonderful. So guys, don't you hear anything about the Guyana opposition? Guyanese mining businessmen could be extradited to the US. That is according to the Attorney General of the US. Lord Jesus. Them say the legal process can be lengthy, but the US corruption indictment is of a billionaire politician. But guess what, guys? There's a dilemma where this indictment won't block him from the Parliament of Guyana. Look on them a people in the Parliament. Lord Jesus. Let me move them. Sorry. So, a US indictment accusing Guyana's soon to be legislative opposition leader of money laundering and other corruption charges won't stand in the way of the billionaire businessman serving in the South American nation's parliament. And this is why, you see where there, when the allegation come down, say PNP take campaign money from Venezuela, and with the wranglings are going on now between Venezuela and the US, and them are accuse the Prime Minister of or the President of Venezuela, say he mix up in a drugs and trafficking and them something there. Me I say, but what is wrong with the PNP? Them that really go take money from that them and there now. If you come mix up Jamaica. So this indictment is accusing him of money laundering, as I said, and other corruption charges. He's 38 years old. Last name is Mohammed. And he is one of the wealthiest citizens over there in Guyana. He's part of a family dynasty that gained its fortune in gold trading, foreign currency exchange, and oil through a family company called Mohammed's Enterprise. So after running a failed campaign for president, Mohammed gained significant political footing in September when he and his newly formed We Invest in Nationhood, it's called WIN, political party, scooped up the second highest number of parliamentary seats, 16 of 65 in Guyana. But just as he and other lawmakers were preparing to start their new terms in office, a grand jury in Florida's Southern District indicted him on 11 different charges of money laundering, bribery, tax evasion, and wire and mail fraud, among others. Documents unsealed last week show evidence of all of this. His father has also been indicted on similar charges. So this is why I say all who take money from Venezuela, who mix way up in a Jamaica, and make sure so you can show who no get money from and then sitting there. Alan, big up yourself. Thank you. I'm doing fine. I hope you are too. Yes, guys, if you no hear the news, you no go along go watch, go along go read up on it later. Lord have mercy. Me never know so they sitting here go on. It's unclear if Mohammed and his father will be extradited to the US, but officials as high as Guyana's vice president have pointed to extradition as a possibility. Can you imagine? Government have to go sign extradition papers for members of them parliament. This not look good. It's not look good at all. The extradition also accused the businessmen of bribing customs and other officials to accept fake paperwork to allow shipments to be sent to the US. The indictment said the boxes were intended to make it appear that Mohammed's enterprise had paid Guyana taxes and royalties on shipments of gold, when, in truth and in fact, Mohammed's enterprise had not paid them on those shipments of gold. I know this is very important now because you know what this is saying? This is telling people in Jamaica, business people and all kind of people say, when you can get away from the law in a Jamaica, you must get away from the law outside of Jamaica. You see what go on, people? I see you something. Anyway, make we keep our eyes open on that and see what go on. Bill says, why would a Jamaican elected official mix themselves with drug dealing? My gosh, yeah. Fool people them. Them no know say the arm of the law long, you know. So, what go on with you now? Me I go open the phone line look a bit here so. Today, the biggest news and big trending news. The people them we say Melissa did have look a bit of blood on her nose, me love. And them me say outside of the politics, you know. Give me a second, guys. Hold on there.
Yo, JPU, Jamaica politics uncovered. This one for the queen of truth, Natalie.
Sorry about that, guys. Yes. So, me go on the phone line just a little bit. Yes, so a little bit of blood was trending today again. But it's brutal out there. Very brutal. And me talk on it to me not tell a lie. But when me talk, me can't post it over here, so. Me cannot post it over. Only tell me if you know me post it over here. Although, Lord Jesus, me should even bother talk. When me talk for about 1 hour today. And me did have to talk because them here people, them always a come out and call people criminal. Lord have mercy, when they not call people, I will not invent it. And for say them come here in America, going to people business place that involved in a organized robbery. Organized robbery. Anyway, rest in peace, Melissa. Me no want to post it and shame, you know. Because, you know say, One of my subscribers called a couple of nights ago. And I don't say this too, no, I know. You know what he said to me? He said, Nats, one thing me have to tell you tonight. Me glad say you stop cuss the people then. And me say, him say, yeah man, me no like when you cuss the people them, man. He might talk about when people come trouble me and me cuss them. He saying glad say me stop cuss the people them. So remember say them the people they are wicked, you know. So if me go post it, no might me no want to turn off nobody. Me not really cuss nobody out still. But you know my language can be very strong, you know, when I'm dealing with certain people. I just look on it today and say, but you know, say them people are not easy though. They spend how much years I call the Prime Minister thief. Years of them. I call the Prime Minister thief and look what come happen to them. Not just that, but they've been used by the cult and the cult leaders to destroy people's reputation out here. Even members of the PNP reputation then destroy. And them are people that lead them to do it. And cause people to start hate the PNP in our real way. Left the PNP, cuss the PNP, done the PNP and start fight back. Because the biggest mistake with them people are making, them think of them alone could have fight. And when they couldn't manage to fight a courthouse, they run gone. And when they see nobody no business with courthouse, cause war a war. You see what happened to them in the end. It's a sad situation though. It's not pretty at all. Guys, the phone line is open. Have I missed anything today? I don't think so. A karma, yes. See, people have said don't post it. Some people have said post it. Some people have said don't post it. Ah, God, we make sure somebody never come over your contact. Cause God have mercy, me they come over your contact. But although I not like kick a man when they done still, I mean I really like rejoice over people's downfall. But when me see wicked people get them karma, me can't hold my mouth, you know. Me cannot do it. And that's why Dayton say me that sue me because when they say my pedophile, me couldn't hold my mouth, my love. Me have to talk and say, geez, see the karma, yeah? So Dayton say my sue me through me laugh off 5 months say, oh now come for people and people are pine to know also now pedophile. And that Dayton say my sue me for my love. So me now look on them though. Good night everybody. Alright, Miss Sonia, I'm now post it then. Now post it. Disgraceful. What the pastor did say, well, pray against disgrace, pray against confusion, mix up spirit, mental disorder, all kind of something. All right, make a wrap up then. You know what I'm going now? Last night was good. Well, that's weird. That sounds weird, right? Last night was good. Lord, I have to mind my language over here, you know. Last night was good. More somebody to tell me what wrong with Damien. First day of parliament, this not look good. Worries. I want thing more the opposition for this. Before you come back to parliament, we need to read the standing orders. Read the standing orders because although Warmington Anglo no bad and make no look real bad and dance. Me no really want to see it again. God no. Because now we alone a watch it, you know. And it in a nice, Fissy say you have an opposition in your country and then you know one God have mercy thing with them a do. Hello, good night.
Good night, Natalie. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You're live.
Yeah, glad to hear that you are fine.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for me to call is the sitting of Tuesday's parliament and what took place inside there. You have a word that Jamaicans use, but they think is a bad word, and that is novice. But novice is not a bad word. It's how you use it. Because novice means new.
Inexperience.
Are inexperienced. And when you're inexperienced, you take time
Yes.
to learn. My advice is to the younger parliamentarians that they take time and get familiarize themselves with the Erskine May.
Then they're never supposed to do some little preparation or reading before they come in there.
Yeah, but member handbook is given out to every member, you know.
Yeah.
And they take the new ones through a session. But here what happened, even the older ones, they are still ignorant to the Erskine May.
True.
Because that all of them studied.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but Warmington, both sides know that Warmington know it. No one know the Erskine May like Warmington. This is standing order. Is the Erskine May mean the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
The Bible of Parliament that will carry the rules that govern the house. Warmington know it inside out.
In there before me born, you know, 40 odd years.
It's not the time that you're in there, you know. It's what your family, you get yourself familiar with.
Then
because look at Juliet. Juliet came in there as a speaker for the house, but what she do, she studied. So when them a push and want mislead her, no, she push back on them. But what happened to the member of parliament from Montego Bay, the deputy speaker? Him should not allow it. Because when you're making a presentation, the minister makes his presentation, you get 15 minutes. That's the rule. When you asking a question, it's 5 minutes. And everything just start go to hand. You find Burchell now start get up. She now, Lord Jesus. Then after that, all of them, they was just all over the place. It was shabby. So Warmington get up now, as you know, in her chip. He said, no, you don't allow that. You're supposed to, you start on a wrong footing. Because if you start them out like that, you have to maintain that now. So you get up now and start correcting it. Because what they want, they are saying that PMP supposed to chair the committee.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because that's how Bruce do it. But what Warmington, because they don't know words, you know, you have to familiarize yourself with words. He said, may is not a must. So is this question coming? So nothing is wrong if the Prime Minister uses this question and say, all right, he will let their chair. Why Bruce Golding do it? Because Bruce Golding have a slim majority. So he wanted the opposition to cooperate with him on certain bill. That was a wise way of doing it. But Andrew never have to do it if he want to, because he has a different mandate.
And a mandatory, yeah.
Yeah, so if you come in and I say, Andrew have to come in and follow what Bruce did, as yet as he can adapt some certain things that Bruce did. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose him see say it's good for his government or for his leadership. He can change it. He don't have to follow it. And that them want to develop about principle. It's the rule, you know, the rule that govern the house. What is it? So what we see that I tell you that Margolin, you know, a whole lot of things that Margolin do, you know, that I think Margolin is a novice, you know. He's a
Yes.
novice, he don't know it. And if they put him in charge, a novice, he mess up Jamaica and put Jamaica to shame on their knees.
Lord.
Because simple decorum the man don't know.
Mm-hmm. That no look good. Your leader.
No, he's just chaka chaka. You know, somebody just chaka chaka. You take somebody, the mother and say, they know, no table manners.
It's sad
You
though.
understand? Not just common home training. You don't have. So when you go there, you're embarrassed. You can't sit down because number one, you know, you have to have certain brought up seat. And that follow you. The man no have nothing about him mentally. I don't like speak evil of a ruler, you know, but when I see a ruler acting certain way, I have to talk out.
Well, him can learn. Sometimes you can learn still, you know, along the way, but me not think him have no interest for really learn and look better.
Listen me, man. Some people, you see money blind certain people eye because they don't feel like the money can get them through.
Lord God.
You know, you what the man said? The man said, me done make the money already. You understand?
Him just want the on the top of the work, you know.
Yeah. Because he don't see the... All right, listen to his statement. I listened to him carefully, you know, when him said, the Honorable Portia Simpson and the former Prime Minister Bruce, when him get to the Prime Minister, he said, Andrew.
Out of order.
You understand? Even because there are certain language you cannot use in our parliament, you know. Because even when we hear Berchella talk about anti-Babsy, no, you can't do that.
Lord, whoa, where you say? No, sir.
Kitchen tag gone in a parliament.
Anti-Babsy. Boy.
No, because even the Prime Minister can't say Juliet, you know.
He can't, yeah, sure.
Although he can't go there and say hon. His wife can't say hon.
You have to address her, formally.
Yeah, you have to follow the decorum because that's why the rule. When you're going to the parliament, there are certain way you can't dress. Even sleeveless. You can't go in the parliament inside there or sit down in a sleeveless. You have to dress a certain way. That's the rule.
Then no decorum, man. Long time we know that.
You have to follow the rules. The rules, it's just the rules.
Watch
and
them.
You know, them have bring down. Why? I tell you, so
They're not ready. Oh God. All right. Well, thank you for calling. And thank you for the constructive dialogue here.
I'm here to watching your back, you know. So
all right.
I'm here to hold up your hand. All right.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Thank you. Auntie Babsy. Whoa. Dayton, you have a right for you cover your face. Shame like that. Gone in there, gone buy a seat. And think say you go get you know, perceived any different. No, sir, you buy a seat. Hello, good night.
You want to go on, man?
Me there, I want.
Me there, man. Congrats on the 50K.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, man.
What you say?
Me just a calling, come and say, Warmington mash up the parliament yesterday, man. And you remember the way they talked about midday yesterday? The how hypocritical the PMP were.
When they talk about the leak?
Yeah. So, boy, I not even know if they get a chance to check the message when I send you.
Let me see.
Because it's a Twitter thread.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Clyde Williams.
Yeah. In respond to it. I mean, if I answer, can I say, me give a hypothetical. I say, if the government did do it, it would have definitely be spinned. And you'd hear say, oh, I true Andrew guilty and him the one this and him the one that. I'm gonna say we can't be dishonest in thinking like that.
Some
We
of
really
them
can't be
they ears
dishonest.
it deaf when the opposition was running their entire campaign, as you said, and the IC reports that were not tabled. Oh, them never see that. Boy, me can't bother.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
yeah. Well, make we see how it go. They say Warmington crowd them up yesterday. Lord jeez. Guys, the phone cut off because sorry about that, Siobhan. I had to delete an app real quick after this for free up back the phone line. You see all them something I know. All right. Finish this call with Siobhan. I don't wrong somebody me wait there. We mix up your song well on there. Okay, see it there. Yeah, sorry about that, Siobhan. Finish your thought.
Honesty and
Mm-hmm.
even I don't know if you did see couple days ago an economist, I don't remember his name, come out and I say unemployment is down but underemployment is up. So I say what? And none of the facts not show that. And it just wild to me how people are gonna come on national TV. And when time I reply on social media, now them are gonna say, oh, remember you have invisible data. I say you can't track invisible data. What you mean you have invisible data? You can't track. So how you gonna measure something where you can't track?
So
I just think at this point it's just too ridiculous.
yeah. So what do you think about this news from the World Bank saying that the Caribbean economies outpaced economies in Central America while giving
Well,
criticism and advice?
yeah, me definitely like it because I believe so the Caribbean on a whole I go in a in a good direction, especially with Barbados and how them are run things over there too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, me definitely like it and I just better. A big change like happen overnight,
Uh-huh.
but little wins like this will stack up and within 10 years it's gonna be a way better Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you something. You have anything to say about the free movement? Me not see Jamaica involved in that. What do you think about that?
The free movement?
Yes.
Tell me about that. Let me see if I know.
Over in Barbados, them have this thing where certain countries are able to move about freely in a then country without
Oh,
yeah.
oh, oh, yeah, I see it. Like them say once you have a passport of those countries, you
Uh-huh.
can come in and you can get your work permit and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, see it and I say it weird to me how Jamaica isn't one of those countries.
Can I tell you? But you me not want to talk too quick. That not look good. I want to
Yeah,
it so.
I same thing now. Say, when time I see it, I don't even remember the countries, but I think of four other Caribbean countries. And now I say, is it because them don't want too many Jamaicans going over to Barbados or what?
I must say true Jamaica popular. Me no know.
Yeah.
No
And
look.
when I see it now, I say, that look good.
But
But
maybe Jamaica wouldn't have free movement. Me no know. Me no know. Me really would have liked to hear from our government how they feel about it. Even if not said publicly, you know?
yeah, because yeah, it look bad. Because I see it and me that question it to me and say, why Jamaica not up on the list?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you for calling, Siobhan, as usual.
Yeah, man, anytime.
Yeah, man, take care. Guys, want to think about that? Miss Love said, I don't want Jamaica to open up yet to nowhere. Okay. No, we don't want people coming into Jamaica. Jamaicans misbehave. That's why we need visa to go to the Cayman Islands. Guys, please hit up the like button for me. Caution needed. Jamaicans know their people not patriotic. They are foreign-minded. They will all leave. Oh God, that no sound good wife style. You know what I wish? I wish that all Jamaicans outside of Jamaica would have come back home and come help build up a country and stay in our country. Because you know what? The whole world I get anti-immigration, you know. And not just America alone, you know. Or some places over Europe. Barely letting other people in their country. Mm-mm. The economies in the Caribbean have adapted easier and quicker to global shocks and have become more resilient. COVID was a perfect example of how our economies responded well. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Fitzroy. True. It's like a pilot program now that will expand to all CARICOM later. Okay, thank you. Because Miamotli sees us as uncontrolled people and criminals are gunmen. Lord Jesus. How much people do for Barbados again? Let me see. I mean, know them population small. Moderator, you know off the top of your head? Barbados population. I don't think them have 250,000 people. In 2005, it was estimated to be 264,300 people. A little bit of people that. Okay. That's okay. We have 3 million in Jamaica. And more people are come from the diaspora. If Jamaica want more and more Jamaicans to move home, what they done do is set up, I don't know if you would have call it, you wouldn't say a ministry, you would say like, set up a task force then, where you have some people in there where I help people, to return in this new Jamaica, show them and give them the resources, information that is. Because a lot of people who left Jamaica a long time is a totally different Jamaica now. Different ways of doing things and stuff like that. Hello, good night.
Hey, Nance, how are you?
Fine, thank you. You're live.
Yeah, I'm just calling from the UK. I just woke up and I'm just turned my laptop on.
Okay.
And I'm just hearing the part on Barbados and why Jamaica is not open to Barbados. And I had the misfortune of traveling to Eastern Caribbean when I was a teenager, church. And I just remember I think my second visit, 1994. I was at this particular house, went to have lunch, and there was a newspaper close to me. I'm the type of person, I read everything. If words is on feces, I'm going to take it up and read it. So there was an article about, fights in Barbadian schools. Around down to the third paragraph. Now, this is this stuff that's happening in Barbados. That's around the third paragraph. It said, we need to nip it in the bud. I'm just paraphrasing here. We need to nip it in the bud because we don't want Barbadian schools to, become like Jamaican schools.
Oh, what you say?
And I was 16 at the time. And I sat there and thought to myself, what does this country is nearly 1,000 miles away from Jamaica.
Mm-mm.
And I'm there sitting as a teenager thinking to myself, what does fighting Barbadians called? Why did Jamaica name have to come into the article?
Oh, yeah, say.
Why did we name have to come into the article? So anyway, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, because I'm annoyed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So started to read another article in the paper, and there was a robbery in a house. But the person who did the robbery and I had the same last name. So I sit down there now. I noticed that the owner of the house came over to me, and he's like, I don't know how he knew that I was reading that particular article. He said to me, do you know him? So I'm like, who? The person who you're reading about. And I'm like, no. He said, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, you sure you're gonna bring him over from Jamaica with you? And I'm like, what do you mean that I brought him over from Jamaica just because I'm Jamaican and me?
Oh, gosh. The call drop. Let's see if we can call him.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, where did you? Because I didn't even know that it was cut off. Where did you get to?
Oh,
Sorry.
you were saying something about you brought somebody from Jamaica?
Yeah. So, like I said, the person who I was reading about who committed the home invasion, me and that person had the same last name, and the owner of the house where I was like, "Are you sure you're gonna come up from Jamaica with you guys?" And I'm like, "Why is it that you associated a criminal with being Jamaican?"
Mm.
And I have been in that. Let me tell you something. The last time I went to the Eastern Caribbean was 1995, and I said to myself, I would never. A lot of people, Jamaicans, they don't like us. They see us as savages.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you have, because in Jamaica, we came from money. And every time, whenever you are around with the other young people, they always have something disparaging to say. They can never say anything good.
Oh, yeah,
they can, especially Barbadians.
Jesus.
They have nothing good to say. If you have money, you hear them say something. Always something trying to bring us down. And I remember my grandmother, because she used to travel there from in the 70s. And I remember her snapping back at someone to say, when I used to come here in the 70s, our house was like rubbish. You all took, your home designs from Jamaica. Everything I want, come here, because back in the 70s, I remember my grandmother was like, she said when she went there, she was in a bathroom bathing. And they have something like creative people used to stand on in bathroom when they don't want to sleep or something like that. She said when she went there in the 70s, she was standing on something like that in someone's bathroom. And when she hear one funny sound, she hear one oink sound, and she looked through the window, there was a pig pen close by.
Boy.
And and the Jamaicans used to make fun of them, that like them a back a wall, them hunger go on like them are not know, because them come to Jamaica and steal her own home design. And when you travel through the island, like you just said, it's just 200 and something thousand. There is nothing there. I just one piece of cave, them have a cave bill. As something that is a natural, something natural. There's nothing there but one cave and sugar cane. Not there. There's nothing there. Like when people say they go there, it's just they just build some hotels and there's beaches, but there's nothing there to say, like like a Dungeon Falls or something, to say, wow, there's absolutely nothing there. So when I see Jamaicans running there, I'm thinking to myself, love, why would you even go there?
And Trinidad too. Trinidad hostile pan Jamaicans too, maybe.
Trinidad, they are the next one, because I had some cousins that moved over there from the mid-noughties. Up to now, they had to move to, and they went there for business. You know what I mean? They had, one business in Jamaica, and then they moved over to Trinidad to have a branch over there. They refused to give them papers. They had to move to St. Vincent. And when I went to Trinidad, let me tell you something. I never know. So like St. William Grand Park in Kingston.
Yeah.
They have one of that in a Port of Spain, and people was living in there. I opened up my mouth. I was so shocked when we see clothesline in the park, and people living there. I never know. So them there was whatever. And I remember my grandmother was laughing like, really, the Caribbean this? And what is here? None of them. To me, the hatred is whenever somebody say Caribbean or Jamaica.
You know, say jealousy for true.
Laugh with us. When we have our competitions and we're winning our goal, and you hear about, oh, we are with Jamaica, it's all a friggin' lie.
Jesus, Father, so just jealousy.
I will travel Europe before I go back to the Caribbean. I'm not lying to you.
That's sad, though.
I will travel the rest of the world before I put my foot in any other Caribbean island because they don't like us.
Mighty God. Because every country have criminal, you know.
Everywhere. Everywhere have criminal.
Jamaica criminal, them no worse than nobody else.
When our church sisters used to marry the men from Barbados, let me tell you something, when a man has sent over his daughter to Barbados, in our church in Marda, you have to pray now because of purely every Jamaican girl left get,
Lord God.
I remember one of our church sister. I don't know if you remember this beauty queen called Sandra Foster.
Yes.
One of our church sister, they look like Sandra Foster. And I patterned the way how I dress now, I patterned myself from that. And she was older than me, but I admired her so much that even to this day, I'm just like how she used to dress. And I remember she got married around 91. And I went Barbados. No, I think she got married 1990. And my first time in Barbados was 92. And I kid you not, I stayed at her house. And she's from Mandeville, affluent family in Mandeville. So you know the type of house that she come from. So when we pull up at the gate and I see the house, me and my little Virgo brain now start to analyze, like, then she left Jamaica for? I thought that when you got married for better. So when we go open at the house now, I'm going to look at her. This is somebody women knowing Natalie. When I went up in the house and I saw her, I said to myself, so no, I not see that. And I remember going in the bedroom and standing at the edge of the bed foot, and I'm like, is that her? That couldn't be her. How can getting married in a 1 year change someone's physical features completely?
Oh gosh.
But look at her hair. The woman here grow out so much, it not like it not cream for months. And I'm like, what the hell? And then about the man they give her about, I left her to a man.
You're too lie.
No, man, Natalie, even the guy that wanted to marry me, the reason why I ran away from that church, this guy wanted to marry me, but his father left him mother for a man. He had 2 other cousins that left for them wife for a man. So me run, and them forced me to marry to him. So me run.
Generational curse, no?
And not just them alone out. Let me tell you, Barbadian men are 2 things: homosexual and woman beater.
Backside, that first me I hear them a judgment.
You never know that?
No, me never gone on them island there.
When you went Barbados and we went down to Bridgetown, they have a lovely kind of waterfront.
Yes.
With the boats and stuff.
Mm.
And the first, can you imagine, you left from Jamaica, and it's 1992, and I went to Barbados and saw homosexual in a daytime in a fishnet stocking, and the man them and the hair them not shave them leg. The hair them are pulled through the fishnet stocking. I laughed till I nearly dead because they're masculine. Them have on the fishnet stocking and the hair are pulled through it.
Oh, the backside, you said to me.
When we go there, and I am Jamaican, / British, and I said I would never step back in one of them islands if I'm going to use my British passport. I want to step in there with my Jamaican passport. You know what I mean? Because once them see right now, if them see the Jamaican passport, them skin up them face.
Whoa.
I want when our country has power. When our country has power. I had a dream a couple weeks ago. I was in a room and I heard someone running down a hall, and I opened the door and I saw this man running down the hall to another door, and he screamed, "The Jamaicans are coming." And the door opened. The door opened and the room was dark. And as soon as he said the Jamaicans are coming, the light switched on. And I woke up and I'm like, what does this mean? I think it was the day before. It was the 2nd of September. It was the day before the election. And I'm sitting to myself like, what is this? What is this? And I heard Andrew, when he's speaking about he wants Jamaica to be like the next Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my cousin in 2010, he's in his finance, and he was explaining to me how Jamaica and Singapore back in the 70s were on the same path. And and when Andrew said Jamaica and Singapore, I'm like, bloody hell, this man has a vision. He really has a vision, because there's no way Jamaica not supposed to, with the little what we have, and still having a spark in the world, and with some very brilliant minds.
Yes.
Why the economy cannot be good, I cannot understand it. As a teenager, I could not get it. Like, why can't they get me? I said, PJ was this brilliant barrister, and I'm like, why can't they handle the money? If PJ was my father in my house, I would be petrified. Like, am I going to spend my little college money? Where am I going to do? Am I going to start selling the furniture?
Me feel say because Jamaica is not prosecuting bad politicians. That's our biggest problem,
Yeah, because that's what Singapore did.
Yeah.
And if you mess about with anything, you're going to prison.
Yes. And them start from the top when them are come down on corruption. Them say, because when people see people at the top are getting held accountable, they will be more reluctant. You understand? And then people that hold the money and the power. So it makes sense. I mean, since Jack Smith, I think, we have not prosecuted any politician. And I'm not saying that politicians should all be prosecuted. I'm saying bad politicians.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, as when you try to get to the highest office in the land and you have a country, where is your pride? You would have go and you would have brag, oh, my house is my whatever. You want your house to have all the niceties and the nice furnishings, and when you go out, you want to brag. Where's their pride for say, you know what? Even at the Caribbean, this is Jamaica, and we have one of the strongest. Where's the pride, though, Nats? I hate it. This thing called poor and poverty and crime. My father was murdered when I was 15.
Oh no!
And in Montego Bay, my father was the head electrician for Corner Regional Hospital, and he was murdered at the age of 36.
Why? Robbery?
No, he was actually drinking at a bar. He just got promoted to head electrician, and he was drinking at a bar right across from the hospital in Mount Salem. And somebody called him to say, someone is at your house waiting on you. And he went home, was coming up to Christmas, and that was a Thursday, and they found his body on the Tuesday. And in a Jamaican weather, he started to decompose. But they said it has to be somebody that he knew.
Oh
right?
my, I'm so sorry to hear that.
To this day, not come out of it.
Wow.
To this day, nothing not come out of it. And I'm like, what's his name? When Mark Shields went to Jamaica in the early 2000s, and he said, and he was putting certain things to them, and he said, Jamaica does not want to change. That was his words.
Yes, that's true.
They can change, but they do not want. And I'm sitting here like, why would you want to have this monkey on your back with crime and poverty? Why? Why wouldn't you? What is it? Why do we have this mentality of this one person want to be the top man on the hill? Why can't we all share everything?
Everybody want the corruption stream, it look like.
What is it, Natalie? If I have one apple or one apple, why am I can't share it? Why me want to just have a whole thing and then I give everybody a little toots or want to have to be the king on the hill? At the end of the day, Jamaica will always be here,
So what do you think about Jamaica today?
You mean, like I said, I can see Jamaica is gonna skyrocket. It's going to, with the brilliant minds. And I don't know if you saw nationwide today, Cliff was in St. Anne, and he interviewed 2 students from St. Hilda's, and they were speaking. One of them was speaking about her passion for politics. And I want you to go and find it. It's on Nationwide. I might find it and send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is our future, we're good.
Okay, that's nice.
If these are the kids that's coming up, because one of them is 17 and the other one I think is 15 or 14. But if this is Jamaica's future, we're in good hands. Because these kids ain't no fool.
No, totally different. And them brighter, for sure.
They're bright. When I tell you, they are so informed.
Okay.
So, you know, they look all people that the die-hearted foolishness, because I was raised in a kind of JLP home. Well, we're Christians and we never voted, but you know, you hear the little, you know, whatever. But I am not die-hearted nothing. I am Jamaican first. And if PNP will come in and implement all of these things and have us on a, steady trajectory to greatness, I'm going to go with that. And if Andrew come in and go on with him foolishness, we kick him out because we say Jamaica first.
That
the man, idiot man gone in the gun put the breast cancer thing above the flag. It's like he not understand. Jamaica first. Me tell him not talk to my son and him not and they like, mommy, like put like, a wife would have say, oh, my husband come first and my kids one and whatever. To me, a Jamaica, then no matter.
Lord, you don't understand.
Because Jamaica will always be here.
Then over in England, when you see the politician, them do them something. So them put the British flag and then anything go underneath it.
The British flag comes first, and everything else go below that.
Lord, the man don't understand nothing at all. And this is why I can understand how PMP could have put up this man as a leader. But the man don't understand.
He is an Englishman through and through. If you don't live here, you would not understand them.
Lord, me not really have much interaction with Englishmen, but me have two uncles live over England, But them are Jamaicans
the
still.
white ones, they are arrogant. They are ridiculously arrogant, and what they say go. I remember one time,
what kind of style that?
My job, there were two of them, two people that they were going up for promotion, but the lady get it over the man. And the man go to the workplace this Saturday and go in at the woman office and wipe her computer clean. Wipe the woman and two white people there, And he wiped her. I think she did have some things to do the next week because I was new there at the time. But I just remember seeing the white woman, a ball. And I'm like, when people are whisper, you hear, it was that someone broke in. Now, this is a building that's not open on the weekends. How did he enter without triggering off the alarm? You know what I mean? Did he get help from whoever to enter the building? But all we know, she couldn't get to do what she wanted to do. You understand me? And that, let me tell you, I work with them. They are not, you see him in there? Let me tell you, in my head, he's my prime minister.
You're too lying.
No, man. When it's every move, I can't tell you every move I'm going to make because I work with them.
No, so I forgot study up this year.
He's an Englishman, not the Irish or the Scottish or the Welsh, the English one. Trust me, Mark Golden will tell us that in shit can make party.
Mighty God.
Also Englishmen stay.
No,
me have what picnic for one of them. Let me tell you something.
English.
I have a child for one of them. And when I tell you, I mean, like when my grandmother raised me, it's like whenever disrespect starts, you just cut.
So hold on there, because I've traveled through Europe already and interacted with non-black men over there. You are telling me say the Englishman them are one different personality from the rest.
A different breed. A different species. The Englishman is a different species. What he says goes. And if you dare, hear the man up to now, the man cannot say the prime minister or the most honorable, refer to him as Andrew. You will never hear him say the most honorable. The man's right in front of us. When Andrew when you were in the inauguration, he did not even stand.
Me see him.
Naturally, British men. I heard an Irishman talk about in 2015 when he explained to us what Englishmen are. And me sit down there and say, whatever. Oh no, 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 have a little grudge and whatever. But then I started paying attention to the Englishmen. Let me tell you something. Them in a one different class. How you think them get to run the whole world, Natalie? How you think them get to own the whole world? At one point, you think it's a normal thinking mind to them or something there?
But now that you're talking, when we look on the PNP and what Mark Golding turn it into, no democracy, our him say goes for true. Me never really study Englishmen like that.
Englishmen, if you go back when you as an educator, and when I started learning, because a lot of these invasions into Benin and stuff, when I started learning how these English, how they work, how they weave them way into one thing, and let me tell you something, if an Englishman say him go get the star out of the sky and him can't reach it, him go find a way to get there. But there's something called karma.
So it must be torture for him now, for Sister Andrew Oldness.
It is torture.
Yeah.
It is torture, but in our brain, in Parliament, on a scene, sit them over there. Let me tell you something. In our brain, him a Prime Minister.
Blurt not. So what about his black wife then?
You mean the bed warmer?
Well, him same band down there and then sitting there. So being that he's enmeshed with.
In that the house there. In that the house there. She not have no say.
So since he's enmeshed in the Jamaican culture as opposed to the Englishmen who are over there in England, you know, think that kind of changes personality a little bit?
When Mark Golding, when he speaks English, yeah, when he speaks in the proper English, do you listen to how he pronounces his words?
Yeah, man, like him learn the alphabet from England.
Natalie, here, there you friggin' go, enmeshed in a Jamaica where the man speaks English like him go to school, yeah. So I sit and I listen to his pronunciation.
From basic school.
He went to school here.
Not just school, basic school, the very beginning of, yeah.
If you listen to his pronunciation, you know, when I'm watching films like Harry Potter and stuff like that, if you listen to the actors, you can tell that they went to private school. Private schools in England and public schools, the kids have different pronunciations. If you listen to Mark Golding, it's as if he never went to school in Jamaica. He's never been to basic school or nothing. His pronunciations are completely different. If you listen to say like what Butch Stewart's son name? Matthew Stewart. Adam? Is it Adam?
No, one of them name Adam. I don't know the rest of them.
Listen to Adam's pronunciations and listen to Mark Golding's, and you'll see which one of them go to school at Jamaica.
Yeah, because we learn at the alphabet, me listen to it in vowels and them thing that when pronouncing letters.
That's English school.
Yes, so I wanted to say,
if he was raised in Jamaica, even if he was raised there, he had maybe like an English nanny.
Yeah, anybody who did that teach him from him in a basic school age, English, that person there.
English. It's English. You know, like in America where you see, you hear these kids, you know, when they say, oh, this child had a Jamaican nanny and how they speak. He either was raised here or he had an English one where, you know, they're not making him integrate. All of these talking, you know, in patois, it is so fake.
No.
It is so fake. But when you hear him put on the English, it's like, let me tell you something, because when I came here in the early 2000s and Jamaican reputation was so bad.
Remember, man.
In the early 2000s, and it got worse when you had the Tivoli incursion. And I remember coming out of the lift one day at work, and it was a reputable drinks company I was working at, and there were some Jamaicans coming over to sign contracts and stuff like that. And an Englishman made a joke about one of the Jamaican women. And he's like, I wonder if she brought over any bullets from Jamaica with her. And he was speaking to some, he was speaking to, now this woman, a big CEO in a big drinks company in Jamaica, you know. You get me? And because of the whole nonsense that was going on there, he was, but I heard him. I'm going to tell you something, Natalie, I was ashamed.
You know,
I
so
was
somebody
ashamed to
tell me
the
a long
point.
time ago, say British people, them have a weird sense of humor.
They have a nasty sense of humor.
Almost
It's not
insulting.
weird. It's not weird. It's nasty. It is nasty.
Jesus, Father.
Yeah. And when I heard it, you know what I did, Natalie? I was so ashamed because, like I said, I don't like crime, I don't like poverty. And those things kind of, it made me shame. I don't like shame. I changed my accent. I learned the English. And even when I remember going to a lawyer to sort out my papers, a solicitor, and he said to me, so where's the client? And I'm like, I'm the client. And he was like, what do you mean you're the client? Weren't you born here? And I'm like, no, I'm not born here. I only came here 3 years ago. And he was like, what do you mean you came here 3 years ago? Natalie, I studied it and I changed my accent because I was ashamed. And the first time I spoke patois in this country in a public was on the 16th of August, 2008, when Usain Bolt won the gold.
Oh my goodness, no stop.
That's the thing that brought back pride to me.
So you're all right living over there now?
I am well established. I work my ass off to get my certificates. I like nice things.
Yeah.
I was raised in nice things with nice things in Jamaica. And poverty is not my portion.
No.
It's not my portion. Me no deal with it. I don't want to look at it. You know what I mean? Because my grandmother tell me, so when you're poor, you have no power.
Not true something.
No, but no one listens to you. So I made sure, where I live, I wanted to live. Where I live is one of the safest places in London. Yes, it's expensive, but it makes me safe because me not like crime. Me don't want nobody a broken in my house or thief out nothing. So I make sure that when I wanted somewhere to buy and I knew, I heard them say, oh, the U.S. Embassy is going to be in this particular area a couple years ago. That's where I went and bought my building, bought my house, my flat, because I knew I'm not going to see if I saw. The British and U.S. Embassy is here, MI5 cross the road. Because I want to be safe. So you know what I'm going to do? I work, I go uni, I work, I try everything. I have my hand in this pie, I invest in this, and I try my best, and I have one picnic. And when I met the Englishman, and I find myself pregnant, and Mrs. said, I go on certain way, and Mrs. said, okay, rotted. If I stay with this man, a couple years from now, a therapist will get my money, I cut. I like the money for myself.
You ever had any desire to move back to Jamaica recently?
Like last year.
For true?
Because when I look back, when I sit down and I think about the fruit trees that I grow with, sitting under a mango tree, and the mango, you just pick up the mango, you use it and wipe it on your clothes, you just eat it. I know you have to go to the supermarket to buy these things. And the way how I see it, like I said, naturally, I can see Jamaica skyrocketing. I can see it. I can see it. And I said to my mom, she's 68, and I said, in 2 years' time, I'm out of here. My son will be 17 in November. He'll be 18 next year. My mom will be 70. And I said to her, it's time to go.
Me have baby same time. Your son born 2008.
Yeah.
My daughter 17 too.
Yeah, I said to her, Mom, it's time to go. This is no place because the older folk. You go in Jamaica, you know, see people no old, no 70-year-old, we are walking no walking stick, and a poor doctor have 1 million medicines and stuff like that. No, it doesn't. This country here, once you reach certain age, people just deteriorate like nothing.
What cause it though? I must be stressed. I don't know.
The weather is the weather, and it's hardly people talk about Jamaica is this and Jamaica is that. If you live in Britain and you don't have money, you go cook.
Lord God.
If you don't have money, I work in education, and I tell you the amount of kids that come to school and buy. So school start 8:30, and by 9 o'clock, them are balls, so them hungry.
Oh my
I have to
goodness.
go supermarket a Saturday daytime and I'm in my classroom. I have to have food and fruits and stuff tucked in a one little corner. So when they're hungry, me just go pull out one and give it to them.
So the school give them free lunch though?
Up to a certain age.
Lord
But
jeez.
then the lunch that they give them, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what's wrong with these kind of companies. They're cooking the food and the kids them not know the food, so them not really eat it.
Wow.
So them not eat. Hey,
Poor
last year we go on a school.
nutrition.
Let me tell you something. Last year we go on a school trip, and the mother said to us that the little girl suffer from motion sickness.
Yeah.
So when we're in the coach now and drive, the little girl started to vomit. That's around 9, 10 o'clock she started to vomit. When the picnic started to vomit up pure water. When I said to her, when was the last time you ate? She said, oh, we ate chicken and chips when I left school yesterday. So I said, so did you have anything else? So school over 3:30. Did you have anything else in the evening? No. So when you woke up this morning, did you have a breakfast? No. The pitney up on the trip and the pitney hungry. And
That
when she
is
have vomit
so
and water, she have vomit out.
clear liquid. Jesus.
Clear liquid. Let me tell you, it's the people, people are foreign minded and they just automatically think that when you're abroad, everything is better. That's the biggest frigging lie.
COVID exposed that to a whole heap of people. COVID.
My friend went to her doctor. She is on the British people that have them on a 2.5-year visa. So every so you get your indefinite leave to remain, I think 10 years. So every 2.5 years you have to send in back your application. This is costing like $3,000. Yeah. And with that, that's the home office fee. Then you have what they call the home office surcharge, not the health surcharge. So you have to pay an extra nearly £2,000 to access your doctors. She went there and did her blood pressure check. Then she had to go back. The doctor tell her that we took your blood pressure 2 months ago, so we can't take it again.
2 months ago?
He told her, we took your blood pressure check 2 months ago, so we can't do it again. And she had to threaten him to say, I'm going to call the radio station and report this because I paid nearly £2,000 for this service. And you're telling me that you took my blood pressure check 2 months ago and now you can't take it again. He quickly disappeared and came back and did it.
I first made them sitting there, you know.
Natalie, this is like some draconian crap. People think say, England and them have the best. Hey, the doctor, you say something to him open up book and read in front of you. I look what wrong with you. Me open up my eye wide. I like, what the hell? So you know me start to, I go back to what I used to do as a teenager in Jamaica. First of every month, me cut one aloe vera and chew up every freaking thing. Just to make sure that's what me have to do. Eat bitters.
Then all the people them in England are force me a hear all them judgment here. All the people them in England now call and tell them sit there.
I think them just ashamed for say them no want to talk.
Lord
they don't
God.
Want to talk. Well, let me tell you something. This is nothing. If I wasn't smart, and always my grandmother always say, have your plan Z. That was my grandmother's word. Have your plan Z. Go in a one place, read the room, know where you're going, chart your own way, and have no bag of friend who will distract you from nothing. Because when you not have money, there's no you don't have money, you don't have no power. And when you're sick, you don't have no power.
So what you just said to the people them now at Jamaica where they might all look visa for left the country go live on in that country?
No, I would say turn on the yard. When the teachers were coming over, I don't know if you remember 2 years ago when the teachers are leaving and they were coming to England.
Yes.
My cousin and I, we sat and we said, should we have a YouTube channel to tell them not to come? And then my colleague was like, leave them alone, let them come and experience this shit for themselves.
Oh gosh.
Let them come because the salary that they would be getting, say it's like £2,000, yeah? If they don't have a family member to live with, they might be sharing a room. That room is £1,400 a month. Where is your travel money? Where is your cell phone bill. On top of that, you might have kids and you might have a home back in Jamaica. Where you think you're going to, on top of that, in the workplace, the microaggression that you have to deal with these white people, the racism you have to deal with. The reason why I don't go through those type of things on my job and my other colleague are because, Natalie, in my workplace, I am the only teacher that they can call to say, go a year grade 6 or teach the topic there in a maths. And I made sure that if I go and I say I'm leaving the job today, they would not give me anything, because for them to pay someone new, you can't train nobody to what me having in my head. Me get this from Jamaica.
At what age? At what age you go over there? Yes, the early 2000.
I came here 2000 and I was 23.
So you already got your University of Jamaica.
I went to UTech, and when I came here, I decided to do anthropology. I am always learning.
So what are you teaching there?
Pardon?
What are you teaching there now?
I'm teaching in primary school.
What subject?
Everything.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, but I don't have a set classroom, because they realize that they can't give me a set classroom. I am all over, so you can't. If a teacher is off and they're gonna call the agency and say, can you have a supply? A supply might come and they don't know the topic, because I've seen supplies come in and they can't. Especially the worst ones are the Australian teachers. They cannot teach for nothing.
Oh, what the hell? So what is the biggest teacher population over there? English, right? Or is a mixture?
Yes, I would say yes. And then they have this thing with Australia and Canada.
Okay.
And with Australia and Canada, if you are from Jamaica or China, they will tell you to come back here and retrain you. You're them out of order. When my mother came here, my mother was a teacher from Jamaica. They said, when you come back to England, you have to retrain. My friend, who is a teacher from a secondary school in a Jamaica, Titchfield, when she came, them tell her to go back to university. But if it's a private schools, the private school will take you as a Jamaican. Or so in a public school settings, you will never see a Jamaican teacher or a Chinese teacher. You'll never see those, but you'll see them in the private schools.
Okay, of course,
private schools can do whatever they want, and they will go for the Jamaican and the Chinese teachers. But the public school, because they need prisoners. I would say they need prisoners. So they'll take let me tell you something. If you're an Australian teacher tell some foolishness, me stand up. Me see one Australian teacher put S on sheep, pluralize sheep.
Oh, what? Jesus have mercy.
When I stood up and I looked, and it was grade 1, and I walked over, take my hand and wipe off the S. He said to me, why did you do that? I said, sheep doesn't have a plural. He said, what do you mean? And he was annoyed. He was annoyed that I did that.
Mighty God. Then
he had the cheek to ask me, where were you trained?
Then ask him, which part him trained?
Obviously, where you were not.
What a hostility. The people in the chat say must call more often because they want to hear more. So
listen, let me tell you something. And I came here. My mom came here because her mom died and she just wanted to leave Jamaica. And then she called me in 2000 and said, I'll give you 1 hour to decide your mind. If the time I want to go be a nice girl and enjoy my life, and I live on. My mother said, I'll give you 1 hour to decide if you want to come to England. That was in October. And I say, yeah. It's an adventure. My blood fire passy. When I run on the Heathrow and I see smoke, I'm saying, what the rotty this year.
They never go visit first.
When I go to her house, it was at her house, and she opened the door and I go up the stairs. She said, oh, darling, not that stairs, that leads to our next apartment in your son. I said, what the backside is here? At this me left Jamaica for? And then my mind went back to my friend in Barbados. Like, she left Mandeville, go live in that house there at Barbados, and me left Jamaica, come live in this. But anyway, I worked my ass off because the poverty is real here. Now, Jamaicans come on holiday, a trick or no. No make them come on no holiday a trick on with nothing.
Tell them no.
Just with them they live like I can't. I tell you, working in a school, you see the poverty, you see it.
It sounds like so over the rest of America.
No man, it's harder. We pay more taxes here.
Yeah.
When I look at my salary and I look at the amount of taxes that I pay, I say, should I go back to Dubai? Should I go? No, not go back to Dubai. Should I go to live in Dubai? Because a lot of British teachers, English teachers, have left to go to Dubai.
Some here.
They are leaving in. That's why you see they had to ask the Jamaican teachers to come over the other day. They invited them because a lot of teachers are leaving.
Lord God. But you know, so one of my subscriber called from Dubai one at a time. And I tell me, say, life is pretty decent over there, even for Jamaicans. And he was saying that there's a lot of pilots from Jamaica who over in Dubai and so, But, I mean, I've never been to Dubai, so I don't know. But, shoot, if people are leave from England for go to Dubai, then go on then.
In droves, one of our best teachers left. One of our best male teachers, he left. They paid for him. They paid for to bring over all of his stuff. They paid for his accommodation, and the only little niggle he said he has is it's a little bit hot.
Oh,
that's the only problem he has. And for me, when I went there, that's the only problem. It was a little bit. Whenever it's too hot, I do get heat, but I do get like heat rash. But I would trade. I would not trade. I would never. If I could go back to my 20s, I would never come here.
Jesus, Father.
I'm going to tell you something. I would never have left I wouldn't say never have left, but like to migrate. I would never. When I look back at, little people who claim that they lived in poverty in Jamaica, they have their little board house and they have their little front yard and they have their little chickens and they'll have their little croton. I would trade my everything. If someone says to me, drop everything now in England and come live in a one little house in a St. James, I would trade it now.
St. James I come from?
Parents come from St. James. Mom had me in Kingston.
Oh.
And then I went back to St. James when I was 10.
Okay.
But so anywhere apart from Angela Bromberg constituency.
Okay. Okay.
But I would, if someone said to me, go back now, left everything, your 300 odd pair of shoes, walk well, left everything, house, everything, I would do it immediately.
Me Jesus.
I'm waiting until my son is 18. When he's 18 and he's a grown man, because I can't leave the UK with him because his dad would not allow me to. Yeah? That's the only thing that's holding me here.
Then you're not going to get him citizenship first.
He has. No, he has but the father, because the father has parental responsibility.
Yeah. I
cannot. Even going on holidays, I have to ask permission from the dad to take him on holidays.
Okay.
Yeah, but, when I want to leave him and go down there and leave him with the dad, you know what I mean? Because, I didn't want him to instill that type of British nonsense in my head. So, I keep him with me. But I said, when he's 18, next year, November, I'm through the door.
Well, good luck on your journey.
Yeah.
Going back.
Me and my colleague, she's from Portland. We are like, she goes down every year, whatever. I'm like, I am through. I look at the British passport and I'm like, why did I even fight to have this piece of crap?
Keep us posted on your journey, though.
Yeah, I'm out. Like next year, I'm out of here. I am friggin' out of here. I don't want to do. So winter is coming now, and I'm like, you wake up 8 o'clock and it's still night. Yeah. You go to work. You left work at night.
No sunshine.
No. So you're in at the school all day. You don't come back out till a night again, and you just go supermarket. You don't go cinema. You don't go nowhere. Unless you're going to go on holidays. If you go on holidays, a hot country, you have to go to the airport with this big-ass jacket. You have to logo with this big jacket. Go to our next country. You don't need the jacket at the country there, but you have to have it with you. Then you come. It's just too much. I would not if you're in Jamaica and you live there, trust and believe. I was talking to some students this morning, and I was talking about our culture, and I said, my culture, I think when God was designing the whole world, and then he said, I got a little diamond, but I don't know where should I put it. And then he just look at the little spot, and he said, oh, that's close to America, and it's just right in the middle right here. And then, he said, I'm going to give them the fastest people. I'm going to give them the best food. I'm going to give them, everything. But I don't know what to call it. And then he said, since my name is Jehovah, I think J is my favorite letter. So I think I'm going to call it Jamaica.
Oh, Jesus.
And the kids were they're laughing. But I love my country so much. I love it. I don't know how much to express to a person how much I love the place. And for me to, not to be hiding back in the early 2000s that I was Jamaican, it hurt me. It hurt me bad because the economy was crap. People were laughing at us. I mean, I like that.
Well, things sometimes change, now. Now is a good time to move back to Jamaica, especially now with the government back in power and positive things are going on. So I would really like you to let us know how it's going once you get on that journey.
Natalie, when I tell you the 3rd of September, I'm not go to work,
You not go to work?
I'm not go to work. I'm not go to work. I'm not eat.
What make?
I walk through this house, my ball.
What make?
I cry. Especially when they talk about PNP are leading at the polls. My ball, I call out to my grandmother. I said, please, which part of the day come? Can't bring them people come back. You can't. When I go and no work, my son gone to school, my day, I'm cry. And then I shut off everything. I say, you know what? Whatever it is, it is. And I shut off my phone and then wake up in the morning. And I say a little prayer before I turn on the phone. And I say, anything, I'm going to accept it. And when I turn on the phone, and I say, JLP win. I strip off in my house. I strip off in my living room. And you know what? When he said David dance, until him clothes cling on him. When I don't dance, I sweat. I never give praise like that in my entire life.
Oh, God.
I never, because I'm thinking about, I don't want nobody in Jamaica to go through what we went through in the 90s because it was rough. The amount of family and friends that I saw that lost money. I remember the man up by Wexford Court Hotel. I remember my grandmother talking about it and the whole of Montego Bay talk about this thing called Finsack. And you hear say this one lose them house and that one lose them house. And I couldn't make sense from it. And then to understand, say these people who are fight. And then I remember the word daring, bunting and golden. And I'm like, what are they? So them in a parliament now what are they trying to do? Was this meant to be Finsack 2.0? Nobody can't tell me, Mr. God, not real.
Lord Jesus. So you never did over your election night?
Natalie, I said, I turn off the phone.
Lord.
I turn it off because my heart didn't fluctuate. My heart was fluctuating. I couldn't deal with it. So I shut down everything. My mom did the same thing as well. She just shut off because I'm listening to Don Anderson Paul. I'm listening to this. And I said, this person I leave that. Then I said, no. I said, my heart can't deal with it. But I just have to accept it. But I'm just saying, I don't want nobody. I don't want the kids them to go through what we went through in the 90s because it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy when I started school. I started school paying 50 cents in a one taxi on the bus. And I remember when PNP came in and the evening at school, it went to $1. And we never know. We did at school, we don't know it's a fare raise. And when the conductor asked if a bus fare, we gave him the 50 cents. The conductor put me up at the bus.
You're too lie.
The conductor put me off of the bus. I had to walk 3 miles into Montego Bay. And when I got to my, my grandmother knew what time I was supposed to reach home from school. And I remember when I got home, my grandmother, her blood pressure gone through the roof because she didn't know which part of the day.
Them time they went on a cell phone. Like
we not have no cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm reach home, we see my grandmother drink garlic tea to bring down our blood pressure and I never forgiven them for that.
Jesus. And remember the Finsac, the first time when the people them spoke out publicly about Finsac, saying a man take a beer and do it.
Me say the man,
Montego Bay.
One family have lots of businesses in Montego Bay. One of the family that the man that every pebble dash house a Montego Bay he build it. And him start Upperton Hall. And when you see somebody go from the heights of money to nothing,
it's sad to see.
Let me tell you something that the man that did in a rent house, that the man they had that the man the wife had a powder room in our house that overlooked the airport. And that the man that did a pauper. Actually, that man that died a pauper. And when I understood what happened, and I'm like, so it came from these people. When our church sister, when her husband died in Mandeville and left her some money and she invested it in an Eagle Bank. One Sunday when they at church, we go see the woman and cry. When we hear from the show, Eagle Bank gone with the whole of the woman money, the widow's money. Those are the things that I remembered. I also remember this other Argentina woman from she got married to a guy in Barbados, and in our church they were moving people around, because our locality in Jamaica was a bit small, so they were moving people around. Some people from Barbados was going to move to Jamaica, and I remember seeing this woman bawling, and I'm like, which one are Pitney dead? Why she about? So she was crying because they had asked her family to move to Jamaica, and this woman was bawling, and I'm like to myself, what was wrong with Jamaica? Why she a ball so? Why? And then someone said to me, because she's from Argentina and the economy there was so bad. And now Jamaica economy is also bad. So the woman, she can't deal with it a second time. And that when I realized, shit, with economy really rubbish. And now we forget somebody like Andrew, who is fiscally responsible, you know what I mean? And then we have Nigel Clark, whatever. I think Nigel Clark is coming back. He just maybe gone to the IMF, gone learn some things, and then to come back. So can you imagine him and Keith Duncan and Andrew at the helm?
Lord, say...
They can't hold we,
No, it's a good time for people migrate back to Jamaica. And I think there was a time when people were migrating from Jamaica in droves, right? Particularly in the 90s. Now, in this time, see with me, people, Jamaican and non-Jamaican people are moving back now. So,
me day here, and I said to myself, back in the day, we used to leave from Mobile. I had fun in my early 20s. I used to go to work. After work, we used to go model first over by Coral Cliff, and after that, we used to go over to Margaritaville, and we used to enjoy life. Now we have highway. Now with our Negril or wherever, could have there somewhere else in a 1 hour. We can enjoy the island. We can.
Yeah.
We not to lock up in we not to run from no gunman or nothing. We can enjoy our place, a free place.
Place nice,
people
man.
That come there for vacation. People are save money for months to come vacation, which part you live.
Oh,
that is how I see it, because all of these. Let me tell you something. I said to you, I will get up right now and walk away from this. I paid nearly 20 grand to get my passport, my British one, and I would say to it, I say, if you want, you can take it.
20 grand. You're there.
Because you had to, with the university fees, and every year you have to send in back this and send in back nearly £20,000.
Lord have mercy. Well,
nearly 20. I say to you, I never appreciated growing up in Jamaica till when I actually go back and look at some people front yard and the crowd in them, and I say, Ratty, this was paradise, and someone told us that foreign was better than this. And it's an absolute lie.
Well, if you did better before, it's not better now. I can tell you that.
It's not better now. It's not better
when last
now.
you go home?
Pardon?
When last year you got to Jamaica?
every year, apart from in a COVID.
Oh, okay.
I have I have my uncle in there there, my aunt, I have a cousin that moved to South a couple of years ago, even though I don't like to go there because that place is that's the only place I can in Jamaica that I absolutely, hate. I wouldn't say hate, but it's disgusting.
Develop.
It's
Develop.
it is underdeveloped.
Yeah.
Ridiculously underdeveloped. I've never seen like in the middle of the road where water just settle, and it's just absolutely horrible. But I go there every year, and yeah, every time when I'm leaving, that's the hardest part.
Me know. Oh,
My son would say, "Mommy, every year you do this thing. You can't just stop now." And I'm like, "God, you don't know when the plane lifts.
Mm-hmm.
You had over me a ball."
Mm-mm. Well, we want to hear back from you again. Make we know how it's going on. Once you get your plan in motion and them something there. Cause we need a movement. We need a movement and people for come out, come start talk. Come and see our Cuban people in Jamaica have YouTube channel and show, what their daily life is like living off the grid and all them something there.
Oh yeah, that girl. I think she moved to Jamaica when she was 20.
Yeah, it's been like 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if we get one little shock.
Yeah, man.
Even if you can go to that investment bank called Mayberry, Mayberry, and you can invest at as small as 20,000 Jamaican dollars, and you can lock it for maybe like a year or so. But just start somewhere, because which part we live, if the seasons, if you have your, I had to put in summer clothes the other day, and if you had to go to winter clothes, what the fraud this year? If you put up summer clothes and if you take out winter clothes and all them crap, me there work, me in a one something, me out a door, me cold, me go back in, me have to pull off, me have to take off clothes underneath because my body can't regulate this frigging temperature. And I said to myself, me the damn yard, which part me born, we write for my damn birth certificate, money if you go to this shit, yeah.
Well, look here, Jamaicans were meant to stay in Jamaica and the climate where they used to adjust to the thing. But you know what? In this time, we must appreciate where we are, and for the fact that right now the world has changed so much that we can clearly now see in our adult lives what is what. Cause Jamaica not the worst. Me can
It's
Yeah.
Natalie, it is not the worst, it is far from the worst. Yes, we do have little nefarious characters down there, but it is not noticed as soon as Jamaica was paying England repatriation up to maybe 1994. I can't remember. Now a lot of French African countries, since them stop pay repatriation to France, see how France are crumble. That's the money that keep them up.
My sister, them in a one serious debt crisis. But some protests that going over England a couple of weeks ago. It finished?
No, the Englishman, them want them country, so let's give it to them.
And that them a protest about?
They want the same thing. Well, in America, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that's going on here. They don't want any immigrants here. I think the only immigrants the English people really want to tolerate is the Jamaicans. We are the only ones that they like. We are the only ones they like.
How comes?
They have an infatuation. When was the last? Did you watch the last carnival?
No, I never watched it.
The Jamaican flags that were there?
I never watched it.
I'm going to tell you, the immigrants that the Englishmen love are the Jamaicans.
Are the women them they want?
No, they like the Jamaicans.
The vibes and the culture.
They like us.
Oh, everywhere we go still. Everywhere we go.
They do. They hate the Indians. The Indians want to be like them, but they hate the Indians. I did hear an Englishman say one time, if a Jamaican and Indian in a fight, he must say the Jamaican.
Okay.
They do like us, but they still do have this this superior thing. They feel like. But I will tell you, out of all the immigrants that is living in this country, the Jamaicans are the only ones that they will tolerate.
Are the culture and the food and the woman then?
I don't know about the dating part, but there is something, as you know, a Jamaican sugar bill on that.
Yes, definitely.
You understand me? The whole of here. So I don't remember. No, well, in Ivan, I sat here in England when Ivan was in Jamaica, and for 2 days on the Chevron was Jamaica, and I was like, "What is this infatuation with Jamaica on BBC?" BBC was stuck on Ivan in Jamaica, and I'm like, "Why? There's no other news in the world."
I must be true. They know so they want to come vacation. They can't do without come to come vacation. Them body.
Me, I don't know. Because the English. I think they like to go. I don't know. They like, but they like going Barbados.
Oh.
I don't know why they like. Maybe because they're boring. They not want gonna go. They don't want to leave their hotels and stuff like that. But yes. No, if you're listening to this and you're in Jamaica, just get up, go out the door, and just know it's a paradise you live in.
Appreciate what you have.
Appreciate what you have. Me used to have big backyard at Jamaica and have everything. Now I have to have an allotment in England. I feel got allotment, go plant things. I know, me have to reap things. I know me can plant until next year. Spring. You can plant all year round.
All right. Well, I enjoyed talking to you. Thank you for enlightening us about what's going on over there. And I look forward to hearing back from you again here.
No problem, Natalie. Thank you so much.
Yes, have a good day.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Lord have mercy, what a crisis, Panway. Jamaica people, you hear what the lady say? If we in Jamaica, if we go line up an embassy about say we don't want permanent residency in the people in foreign country. She said, no bother. Jesus have mercy. The truth of the matter is, well on, let me take this final call. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, Max.
Yes,
it's a pleasure.
Welcome.
Yes, and I always have to say this: continue doing the truthful work.
Yeah, man.
Because if we never have persons like you, we'll be struggling to hear nonsense. Our ears will be clogged with nonsense. So congratulations again.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I am in America right now.
Yeah, know.
Yes, I'm telling you, I've been here almost a year now. I am yet to discover this infatuation about coming to America. What it is a thing that we were misinformed and we were totally straight out lied to. Can you tell me, being here so long, where in America where I can go where it's gonna be easier than Jamaica, please?
Hold on there now. So you there now 1 year. Live here 1 year, right? You never did you visit before you decided to stay?
No.
And that's the problem now. Almost everybody will come here come live. Them will come visit and go back and forth and spend time before them decide. I get chopped, you know.
I'm telling you, I work 2 times as hard as how I work in Jamaica.
Yes. So the question, your question,
basically the same money me earning.
To your question, which part in America easier than Jamaica?
Yes.
There is no such thing.
Okay. So I am saying this because I heard a PNP vlogger, aka SoFlo, which he cut me off his program, where he was actually telling people that Jamaica so hard and you have to come to America, come make it. And the first thing, the thing that they are not telling you, which is the paramount thing, if you come to America and you don't have a social security, you must suffer. You must suffer. You can come into America and stepping off on your visa, you immediately start suffering because minimum wage, you cannot work 1 job and survive in America. It is not possible.
No, it's not possible at all.
It's not possible. And I used to work 1 job in Jamaica and survive.
You see the thing about life is a lot of people, them live them entire lives or the better part of their lives chasing I see when you live a life of chasing, whether you chase wealth, you chase big car, big house. Some people, you see the people them who call minimalists are the happiest people in the world, you know. But everybody
Exactly.
feel like them have to chase money, them have to chase big this and big that, and they live their whole life like that. By the time they reach our 50, then tired.
And here the thing too with Natalie. You see, the richest persons do not own a liability.
That is it.
What we do as don't want to say poor, but what we do as normal income earners is our lifestyle to have a house, a car, and as come to us comfortable. We have a huge liability. We trust the car, we pay a mortgage for a house, and we might have credit card debts and all them something there. But to go to another point, I saw something, and let me ask this question: what is wrong if a government decides not to publish the real crime figures, so you know how much people dying per month? What is wrong with that?
I wouldn't like that. I would want to know.
All right, you know why I'm saying it in that manner?
Mm-hmm.
I'm here in America, and I'm telling you, I live in an area where if I don't specifically search for the information, it's not readily available to see. It sometimes is 3 weeks after I realize a certain crime took place in the same area I live.
Oh, so we are trying to know publishing the crime figure.
Everything to contain it.
So hold on there. Are you saying that in Jamaica by publishing the crime figures regularly it is giving people anxiety or something?
No. Okay. I'm saying by allowing it because let me tell you something, why I'm saying this. You know that you have certain media houses that is anti certain government, certain political party. They're on both sides. So they hear say a car bounce a man, it all over the news. They're all over. They hear say a man use a board. Oh, them. So what happens now is they know them paint a picture, help them political party to paint a picture. Oh, the government is not doing it. Not see, 3,000 people was this and 4,000 people was that. And in other democracy, because that is the reason why our rating in terms of the Standard and Poor and the corruption index is shut off by charts, and then we have what I call a travel advisory for Jamaica. Sometimes I am hearing here where 20 people got shot in 3 weeks. In America here, you know. Mm-hmm. And no travel advisory from no country. He said, don't go to that place in America. But in Jamaica, the same America that has that 20 people got shot is giving an advisory to their citizens not to go in Jamaica, and that doesn't make any sense.
Okay, all right.
And it is helped by people who believe that, oh, my political party for they run Jamaica, so anything bad for them make them look bad, and it affects every Jamaican.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we have to go back in terms of Mr. Vega said, hey, let us big up Jamaica. Let us stop fighting, but we're not going to get that from the comrades. But continue doing the work, and guess what happened? We have to focus now, right? And you see, get back. You see, if we can just ignore the comrades, just ignore them. Because you see what they're going to Parliament, the first day of Parliament and start with?
Mm-hmm.
The bad up people say, yo, boy, I'm making them run this. So you can expect what is going to go on for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So the country's business will not be. And so that's it. But as I said, try do more to advise people that this American foolishness, what they talk about better in Jamaica, is a trick, it's a lie. It's a pit, it come from the pit of hell.
All right, well, so what you plan to do? You're there 1 year now. You're going to stay or what?
I'm going back home.
When?
Maybe in another year. I'm going back home.
Oh, so you didn't get your papers already?
Repeat?
You don't get your papers already?
I don't think I'm gonna wait on it. Listen. The thing is, I'm living below the standard I used to live in.
Oh
Jamaica.
God! So you're not cope?
No, I'm not coping with this. I am not used to owing my rent. That was not a part of my life in Jamaica.
Hold on there. So hold on there. Can I ask you how old you are?
I'm in my 40s.
Okay, so me would personally speaking, people in them 40s is supposed to migrate gone away. In a foreign. No, me attack if you're there Jamaica, it don't make no sense you migrate in your 40s. That's just my opinion though.
Right, right.
Yeah, because you are going to do what? Live the other half of your life in another country. Me don't know. Me wouldn't do
No,
it.
me too.
People do it, you
No,
know.
me
Me
too.
see people do it, but me wouldn't do it
No,
personally.
me don't make a U-turn. Not even a U-turn. It's a straight O.
Mm-hmm.
Me this me no business what the outcome me to go home.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Take care of yourself.
All right, blessings.
Yes. Lord have mercy. Guys, I came to the US when I was 15. It wasn't by choice though. And like a lot of people, I did not visit before I was brought to live. And this is the shock when you hear the lady from over England. This is the shock for a lot of people. By the time they come and then get them papers and straighten out, they cannot turn back. You understand? For me though, I've spent most of my adult life in the United States and it's been a good experience. I have not been so fond of the last, I would say, 8 years. It's been weird since the especially because the politics changed. You have people changing with the politics or people coming out and showing a certain side when we don't too like. But I've had a good experience. I have not really, knock on wood, I have not really had any hard times, like a lot of people. I came here legally and, responsible situation, and you make your choices along the way, and it's been good. But people are asking in the chat, I read your comments, and I see where people are saying, if I'm coming home. To me, right now, I feel lucky to be one of the people who migrated, who still have the luxury of youth where I can make a decision to go back to Jamaica if I wanted to. Um, I think I would try. I think I would try. I would try to live back in Jamaica. When my daughter was a little bit younger and we used to travel more often before she entered high school, we used to go home every summer for like a month and we always had a good time. Some people in the chat say, boy, I true wanna come down here with no money, but I wanna visit. But if you live down here, a different thing. Look here, everybody have a different experience. Everybody not have the same desire in life. Some people, the lady says she would have live in a one shack. You have some people they don't want no this and no that. Them just want the quality of life. As some me look for life. Me not require too much. Me just want my quality of life. So I would give it a try. I really would give it a try. My daughter is turning 18 next year, you know, going off to college and them something. So, I probably will be thinking about it. Seriously thinking about it. But me no feel no way about Jamaica like some people. What would I say, boy, me not go back to Jamaica or, Jamaica. No, me not look on life that way there. Because I've been around and I've traveled and I know what this country is, and I know what's in Jamaica. And like I said, I don't require a lot. Hello? Turn on the background for me, please.
Natalie, good night.
Good night. I want me to people this.
Yes. Send the boss your number. The boss say me get in contact with you.
True. All right. We look
Yes.
forward to hear from him because things are going.
Yeah, man. The boss, we tell us the realist MP, the Andrew Honest. Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Michael Owens at Everett Wilmington. So when man stand up and defend them Prime Minister, that's what you call loyalty.
Oh, Jesus. So he might come over here for you. He say, "Ma, come over here for you."
Yeah, he say, "I go come over."
All right, so
he said, "I send him the number."
All right, so I forgot to tidy up the place then. All right, we're going to tidy up tidy up the place and wait for him.
Yeah, man, but he not gonna tell me when he might come in. Like if when him have the time, he might go text me and say like forward a message to you. So when you see me forward the message to you,
okay,
then you know say yeah. Come on.
All right,
I'm very much constantly remind him still.
Yeah, man.
About the interview.
Yes, man. Him have to come, cause right now him are the artist thing right now. Me not.
Yeah. I tell VB in the chat.
Yeah.
Say he's a very nice man. It's just that when he's on his leisure time, him there bar a drink, you know when you come to him about no office business, can tell us straight up him have an office that is there Thursdays and Fridays from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Okay.
Him same deal with him constituency right there. When him dep on him leisure time, he want to look for a woman and he want to drink eat Heineken and have a good time.
Me not wrong him.
All right.
From him have him office or
as somebody woman know for me a pitney.
Okay, well everybody over here look forward to it. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, tell him that. Thank you so much.
All right, darling. Yeah.
The man will say him get the most voting at the parliament. No man can't chat to him. What a something. All right, guys. Yes, I forgot to tidy up the place. So help me tidy up the place. Wilmington phone incoming, welcoming here. Tidy up the place and sweep. Yeah, man. Dust down everything. Lord of mercy. Wanna be for yourself when you come over here now, people. Yes, moderator. Get yourself in order. What a sitting. All right, guys. I think we're going to stop it here. So we'll over here look a while tonight. Let's stop it here. So very interesting discussion with our lady from over there in Britain. And, you know, in her opinion, so she enjoyed her youth in Jamaica. She moved to England, a different thing, and she'll go back down there. You know, so a whole heap of people me hear say them did nervous election. You know, so me never nervous and never nervous. Because I know if I even buy one seat, the JLP would bring it home. I mean, clearly, a lot of us didn't know the extent of the PNP vote buying and the amount of money what they spend. And a lot of people only saw that after the results. Okay, but I was never nervous. And you know what? If it did work out the other way where the PNP win, I feel like say everything happened for a reason. Because it's either Jamaica people them going to continue on the path that we're on now, which is good, or they needed to be taught a lesson in choosing their leaders. I saw me look upon it from when. Well, look a bit of blood there. Look a bit of blood under pressure, you know. Look a bit of blood afraid for a coach, you know, one ice flinger down the ground. All right. So, big up on a nice, clean self over here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please do hit up the like button, and I will talk to you guys in coming days. Lord, I must say. Tonight, nice. All right. Good night, guys. Take care of yourself.
Yo, JPU, Jamaica politics uncovered. This one for the queen of truth, Natalie. Natalie, you are one of the best. No test, JPU channel, pass the truth quest. Them are hide facts, you tear down the wall. Bringing info to the people, big up for all. From parliament floor to country lane, JPU show the game. No stain. We love you, Natalie. Best YouTube channel, JPU one fast. Check JPU, one true. Check to deliver for you. Check the channel, people them born. Watch how you dissect the political scene. Clean information, no in between. We salute your hustle, your passion, your might. JPU shining light on the darkest night. Don't make them destruct you, stay firm and true. You all of Jamaica, big up you, we love you. Bless you through channel JPU. One fast, check JPU. One true, check who they live a feel. Come check the channel, people them voiced.
Beats him, I send horns echo.